right, people, I think we're good to go. I think we are ready. I think we are ready to go. So I think we should get into it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's get into it. Welcome back. My music's going good. All right, we're going. Hey, we're live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another nighttime. You know, we're doing this before halftime. We still got the Austria game going on against Jordan. It's still, 1-0. Austria scored maybe about 5-10 minutes ago, game time versus real time, which they got a great look. Oh my gosh, okay. That one was streaking across the middle of the field. But I'm glad you guys are here. Welcome back to the channel. This is Gvs, where I try to cover all things sports. So here's what we're going to do is we witnessed a lot of great sports today and everything that happened. You got to look at France, their game. You got to look at Haaland in his debut. We'll talk about that as well. And then we'll wrap it up. Potentially by the time we're done yapping, I mean, they had to play this game. Oh, really? It's played? Well, yeah, it's played at 49ers Stadium. I was like, oh my gosh, because I was thinking, because it's like all three of the games that everybody was looking forward to today played, and then it's like, and then you have the fourth game, which nobody's talking about. Yeah, if you guys like sports stuff, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I've left it in the polls. I want your opinion on who had the best day today out of Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe, and Lionel Messi. So be sure to let me know. And then watch someone on one of these teams score a hat trick too, but because I didn't want to wait another 90 minutes to stream, because I was thinking about doing a gaming stream tonight as well. But it's like, watch how I don't wait, and then we have a pretty phenomenal performance tonight. But anyways, let's get into it, and let's talk about some things. Let's talk about the first match. But we'll get there. So yeah, all things considered, we'll talk about France. We'll talk about Messi's hat trick. We'll talk about everything. Oh my gosh. Waited 2 seconds and we already got a freaking... Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise. Can't go anywhere without ads now, can you? Alright, skip. Alright. Dude, hopefully freaking this doesn't turn into... Oh, man, this is going to make me jump around, isn't it? It's going to make me freaking jump around. It probably is. It's probably going to make me jump around. Okay. All right. So the first look in our opening game today, we had France and Senegal in their game. This was one of the chances that Senegal had in the opening half. This game, and I've made a video and I've already given my thoughts and reactions where, here, let me take, there's a glare. Is there a glare, people? I'm going to take off my glasses. This game could have been 2-0 at halftime. Like, that's just how impressive France was playing. So there's the first one that hit off the post and then off the goalkeeper, which how his foot, when you look at how his foot is angled off that plant foot to, like, reach out, when it went off the post, like, it was angled to where it hits his foot at the right angle. This rolls into the net, but there was a little bit of a spin on it, and it was crazy. And then you fast forward here, which the coach, you could tell, was like, oh my gosh. Because again, there is parts of me that think, do France come back and probably tie this game and make it a game? Yes, they probably do as well. But to think Senegal being up 2-0 against France, which people have already penciled in France as being one of those teams that can potentially win the World Cup this year. But we have a little bit too much touch right here over the middle, and then this one goes flying over the top crossbar. And so then we're at halftime. Scores 0-0. My thoughts and reactions to what the first half was is I think Senegal played a great game. They had 4 shots on goal. France had nothing. France played they played abysmal, and that's, yes, a little bit of me overreacting. considering what the final score was and considering who won this game. But like, just they looked uninspired. And I mean, if they lost, or if this was a tie, I would have had to like hold that same kind of standard and do a video kind of like how I did with Spain and Uruguay, where you look at the group stages, people have made their predictions, people have their thoughts and insights on like, this is Group I. France should win it. If not France, it should be Norway. And if neither of those two teams win it, well then what are we doing here? And like just with the fact that like Senegal made it 0-0 and Mbappe's goal wasn't until the 60, gosh, I think it was actually 67. There was that good chance that was blocked away. That was in the 52nd minute. I want to make a meme. I want to make a meme with some of the refs. Okay, where... We'll save it for later. Nope, still 0-0. Oh, God, that's what this is. That's what this is. This is when they were arguing, did Mbappe... So Mbappe is over here, isolated to the outside, pushing the pace. And this is when they were looking at it on replay on, did he get fouled? I don't think it was a foul. I think it was actually perfectly called. Okay, I'm going to hit play, but then I'm going to rewind for like just a titch. Oh my gosh, why are you being like this? Quit it. Okay. So, rewind a little bit. Okay. So, here, let me fast forward just a bit. Let me do the speed. No. We'll leave speed. We'll leave speed alone. So, Mbappe's pushing it forward. Right. Oh, my gosh. Is it going to let me write that? No. No, it's not going to let me. It's not going to let me. It's not going to show. It's not going to show the exact frame that I want, because there is a frame that I want to see. Here's the frame behind. Okay, right there. Pause. This is the frame that I think we should all look at. And again, it didn't matter how this play ended up, whether they go to the penalty and they award France a free kick or not, because Mbappe ended up scoring like 15 minutes later. It didn't matter. France was still up 1-0. So when you look and see how like just the fundamentals of the slide tackle, the defender actually didn't touch Mbappe. Like, you go down, you show the feet a little bit more. Here, let's zoom in on the feet and move it down here. Look at that. They're not touching feet. He didn't attack the foot. It was just, of all sense, kind of like a clean tackle, for lack of a better term. And so the fact that the ref didn't blow a whistle, I'm fine with that. I think it's good that, let's not... Because does everybody milk a foul a little bit and try to draw something? Yes. I mean, look at basketball, look at football, look at, it is one of those things. What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing? If you guys like soccer stuff, be sure to hit that like and subscribe. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. But, so then you fast forward. So that's why that was that. I forgot. Because, again, with how fast this game went. But you know what? It didn't actually end up mattering. Oh my gosh. Gotta do ads. Hold on. Escape. So I literally can't escape from the... Oh my gosh. Freaking... Skip. That pissed me off. Where's Mbappe's goal? Okay, here's Mbappe's goal. Alright. So, with how this one's set up, Mbappe... Oh, sorry, you can't see it. Mbappe's chilling over here. Okay. And they just thread the needle here. I'm not going to play it. Let's find the other angle. Here's the other angle. Okay. So it went through all these defenders. And as you can see, Mbappe just catches it right here. Just threaded 4 defenders. All he needs to do is just rotate the hips and kick it home, which he ends up doing. So that's the goal that made it 1-0. And again, okay, so we are in the 60. We're technically in the 66th minute, so there was no 6-7. All right, now let's fast forward to... I have some thoughts on it, but... Because I don't claim to know, and I'm going to say this for the remainder of the World Cup. Maybe you can call this an offsides. I don't know how it is an offsides. I mean, you look and you see. Hold on, let me pull up B sides here. Oh wait, there we go. Okay, look at how. Okay, let me pull it over just a smidge more. Okay, see how he's aligned with the officiate, with the ref. So I don't know, because there's parts of me that thought, oh, is it a where you are on the field type of where, well, if you're pushing it too much and you get ahead of yourself, like where if you're in front of the goal, not the goal, what's his name, the official, because there's this official right here in the middle of the field where this official is always on the ball and this one's always ahead of where the play could be. I don't know. I don't claim to understand. So he kicks it, and then we fast forward here, if it will play. Hello? Oh my gosh. Okay, that was a little bit of a delay. Sorry, people. So we fast forward here. Okay, I can already see a hand up, which, you know, we have 2 hands up. Okay, yes, people are going to call offsides all day because, again, oh, he's offsides. Well, yeah, it's because your defense got beat. Now, when he gathers this, oh man, we're gonna have to. Okay, there's an imaginary line or something. It's not on the shade of grass. It's in the middle of it, which again, I don't know, don't understand. To me, it just looks like he beat his defender. Okay, and you got the goalie who's a little bit over pursuing, but again, he was able to retreat back. Now, if they kicked it straight from here, I would understand. Okay, yeah, sure, offsides. Because again, you look up a little bit, you got the ref right here, and I'm thinking, I honestly might need to watch like an official, this is how you can tell what an offsides is video, because I mean, in technicality, like if it is based on the ref, then yeah, you're offsides, and these two are onsides. But it wasn't anything like that. Like they were cutting him, when it showed the VAR, they were cutting him down the middle, like right here, and it's like, well, see how, but it's like, but then does it move a little? Don't know. So anyways, we continue forward, and then when he gathers here, here's the thing. Look how close the defender is. So then when you have the defender close, does it give advantage to, like, are offsides called as well from like the vantage point of how close the defender is to the person shooting the ball? I don't know. All right, and then let's fast forward here. Oh, it's not going to show a replay, but because I'm looking down, it's not going to show a replay. But so he gathers it. He doesn't even one touch it from here. Oh yes, he does. My bad. my bad. So he gathers it, kicks it right through, goes right through the goalie's hands. Like goalie's not quick enough, goes right through his face, and so then it is 1-0. And notice how this is another thing. The ref is not holding up the flag. Only after the goal goes in does the ref then call the flag to warn it. And like I don't, it's like, why aren't we throwing up the flag earlier? I don't care. So, but then momentum wise, let's get to the sub. The sub came on. Momentum wise, it just, like a balloon, deflated everything for Senegal, because Senegal to this point was pushing the pace. They were dictating everything offensive wise. Even though Mbappe had the goal, like right after the goal, it was probably maybe 5 minutes later after Mbappe scores, and we come back and Jackson scores. Jackson's goals waved off. Like, there is no momentum for Senegal. And for, like, the final 20-ish minutes of the game, like, you could just tell, oh, okay. Because there was kind of a defeat of, oh, man. Because it ended up getting called back offsides. And so then we fast forward here. Oh, wait. Maybe. Well, let me let this play out here. Okay. So, by that, because again, like, where's the ref? Where's the ref saying, okay, no, this isn't an offsides? Well, and, I mean, the other thing here, let me move it forward a little bit more. Okay, and now if we're talking where he shot the ball versus distance, like, look at the closeout distance here between, I mean, both of the potential goals, long, perfect passes. Like, we saw this a lot today in a lot of the matches where the defense would open up. We saw it a little bit yesterday with the Brazil and Morocco game as well, where Morocco players sending it over the middle to the Brazilian defenders are caught on the outside and their leverage is not there. Like, it's perfect passing and a good touch over the middle. So, again, how this is not an offside, but the other, I don't know. Don't claim to know. Don't care. Well, I do care, but, like, don't care because it's like, yes, I predicted France to win this game as well. But in the fashion, because there's parts of me that, with how much I was enjoying the game. And again, we're in the 81st minute, and the Senegal goal that was scored and wiped off happened about 15 minutes ago, game time. And so it's kind of like, well, they had him, and they could have beat him. So then he kicks this in for the goal, just chips it in. And then with where, again, I don't like, again, maybe it's the distance from the goal. I don't know. So then this one makes it 2-0. Here in extra time. So we're in the 90. Oh, all right, whatever. We are in the 90th. All right, skip. All right, let me fast forward here. A little more. Oh, I missed the goal. One more. Fast forward. Okay. So from here, this is a goal that made it 2-1. But we're around the 95th minute. There's like 3 minutes left in this game. Do I think Senegal is going to come back? No. Kind of not too little too late, but like even after this goal, it kind of didn't matter because then 5 seconds later, where's Mbappe? Mbappe gets his gather step, which, like, where's his goal? I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Oh, all right. Oh, he's already kicked it. Okay, where is the Can we go back 5 seconds? All right. Right there. Look at where he's kicking that from. Oh, he beat Messi today, now that I see. Because Messi's was around here. Oh my gosh. Messi literally took everything and said, okay, I'll shoot one farther. That is... Okay. Yeah, but this one ended up making it 3-1 in the 96th minute when we were already at 8 minutes stoppage time. So, surprising to maybe a few, France won. Okay, let me check the chat. Chat, how we doing, people? Oh my gosh, we got a couple people in here. How we doing? Looking in the polls, seeing that we were... Yeah, Messi probably had the best day. He probably had the best day. If not him, definitely Erling. Because his game, whoa. Whoa, his game was good. Consider now, all things considered, and speaking of his game, let's get to it, shall we? So, we come over here, and we are in the middle of, where were they playing? Were they playing in Foxborough? They were playing in Foxborough. Okay. So, we come to Foxborough. This was the header right here. Because, again, everybody's anticipating and eagerly waiting. Hold on, here we go. Nah, blocked away. Ref's gonna blow the whistle here any minute for halftime in the final game of the day. All right, where is his goal? So, so he had the good header chance to look. Oh, I didn't even. Whoops, I'm getting ahead of myself. So this is the second game of the day. This is Group I, because I think we had one matchup. Nope, two. We had I and J, Groups I and J go today in their play. So this was the second game of the day. This was Iraq and Norway playing. Great game. And like all things, like I want to make an edit of, I don't remember. I want to like look at the history of World Cup debuts, and the reason why I want to look at the history of World Cup debuts is I want to make an edit. Do you guys know the edit of like the? It kind of like sounds like Darth Vader breathing, and like there's like the boom, 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 and it's like violins going like boom, boom, or something where it talks about. Basically, the overreaction, if I were to overreact, is Norway is going to win the World Cup. And we see it evidently with how they played today. And the thought and the process behind the edit was, wow, this was a great debut. I wonder the last time we had a breakout star have a phenomenal debut in the World Cup. And it would like cut to, hey, remember Mbappe's debut for France? And then it like fast forwards to, this is what Mbappe did in his debut. And then him winning the World Cup. Or we could do, well, I don't like we could compare Erling to a young Messi in Messi's first World Cup. Or we could compare him to, we're at halftime here, and I don't know if I want to, where's my remote? No, I'll keep it playing. I'll keep it going. Or compared to like a young Ronaldo and Ronaldo's first World Cup. Alrighty, let's keep it rolling. So we have a good cross over the middle, and just with how the best I can kind of describe what this goal was. I'm trying to look at the backlight. Oh, the light's not too distracting. Reflection from the TV. It's not too bad. Alright, that's not too bad. The best way I can like kind of describe it is just like a rebound goal in hockey, or just kind of like a run play, like a tush push for football. Like just you're on the 1 yard line, just run it in. So we have the cross over the middle here. And we got a 3-on-1. Okay, so he's here in the middle. We got two defenders behind him, the goalie in front of him. And he just kind of like sticks his leg out. I don't think it will show. Will it show the replay? Nah, it won't show the replay. Oh, maybe it will. Maybe, yeah. Oh. Boo. 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 So that's his first goal. And then his second goal. Oh, well, actually, before we even get to the second goal, there was a phenomenal header here. They're already celebrating. It's not gonna show it. No. They moved super quick to. Oh yes. Here we go. Right there. Bam. Just header in, which like all the headers too, which with how many there were two header goals today, one for Norway, one for Iraq, And like the final goal that made it 4-1, spoiler alert. Hey, if you guys didn't know the score, spoiler alert, it was 4-1. The final goal, it was like everybody was, over the middle, just clustered, and it just bounced into the goal. Like nobody touched it. It just like deflected up and then boop, 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 and rolled in. Because there was no final touch on it. It just, bounced in. But we got a good header here, right over the middle. Boink, goal. And so now it is 1-1. We fast forward a little bit. Here's the other goal. Okay. The way we'll leave it at this image right here. Like, just strutting his shit. Like, oh yeah. There's 3 minutes to go till halftime, and I just put my team up 2-1 in my debut. How this place started, if it will show it, is we come over here, and then we fast forward. Let's fast forward a little bit up here. Is every single... I've noticed this a lot, because I've kind of wondered why do we keep... I get how it's like to space the field out and open things up. So we had to pass back to the goalkeeper here to clear it. But then it was just a dangerous pass because here comes Haaland just screaming in. And the goalie kicks it away, like, because he's right here to just like simple one-touch it out. But the goalie ends up breaking to the ball quicker. And he tries to kick it away, but Haaland's in the way. And it just deflects right off of him and bounces into the back of the net to make it 2-1. And then he just starts to, oh yeah, I'm the shit in his debut. Which, again, like what, I haven't seen a debut like this where who else scores 2 goals in their first World Cup? Has that ever been seen? Who knows? Okay, and then for the remainder of the game, there were a couple substitutions. Good chances. This is where the second header is at. Let me rewind it for 2 seconds. Oh, here we go. This is another thing too that I noticed as well. They get really shovey, and they start to push. Which, obviously, but like there was a lot of shoving in that Argentina game too. But they start all the way back here, and then like just kind of like creep around, and then they. Not a layup, but I don't even know how to explain it. Just to like, because blocked off. It's kind of, lack of a better term, a throw-in essentially for basketball, but obviously like soccer they call it a corner. But like, just, yeah. He has leverage on his defender here where he's able to beat him. And then from here, which, again, I love how just... no game's going to be officiated 1000% accurate, but we got a bear hug over here. We got whatever. If this isn't goalie interference, I don't know what the hell is, because like in hockey you can't go into the crease. So, but again, it's like different rules. And then whatever this is going on over here, bear hug as well. And so then everybody goes up, but he's able to out jump everybody and head it in quickly. So then it's 3-1, and we're in the 75th minute at this point. So, yeah, for lack of a better term, like, yeah, okay, game's over. The fourth and final goal comes over here, which it was kind of like the buzzer, kind of a buzzer goal too, which I don't think it's going to... Will it show? Maybe it will. Oh, okay, so yeah, then... So Haaland tried to kick it in, and then it got deflected like straight up. And so then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on 1. And everybody goes up. Nobody touches it. It just, like, the way it was angled, it bounced off of 18 here. And then it went in for an own goal. But at the time, it was 3-1, so it is what it is. And just like with U.S., this was kind of like a walk-off, if you want to call it that, which I know is a baseball term, but it was I mean, we're in the 96th minute, and they had 6 extra minutes of stoppage time. So, like, it was the last chance. But other than how the game went, like, I thought the game was pretty entertaining. There was a lot of offense, clearly, with the score being 4-1. Norway showed up late in the second half. Like, I'm actually really impressed with how the score stayed 2-1, because again, this thing could have gotten out of hand quickly, considering with how much pressure Norway was putting on the defense. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm interested to see that Senegal game. That Senegal game against Norway is going to be real interesting. And then the Norway-France game is going to be interesting too. In my prediction video, I believe France is going to win the Group I. But if I were to make like a dark horse prediction, it would be Norway. It would be Norway. Norway wins. Yeah, I would say sweeps all of them. Beats Iraq, beats Senegal, and then beats France. And if they don't beat France, they at least draw 2-2 or 3-3, 1-1, where, you know, the points wise, and when we have like a head to head, it's like, well, you look and you see, it's like, this is why, you know, anyways. But good game. All right, let's move to our third game of the day. So we are live, which I'm surprised Chris Collinsworth wasn't here talking about Mahomes, which it was funny to listen to the broadcast because it showed Mahomes up in the box, and then they were like, who's that? Like, you could hear the Spanish announcer be like, queso, because like and to hear, like, to kind of quick translate it, to hear them kind of talk about, well, he's the soccer equivalent to, and it's like, stop right there, partner. Stop right there. Mahomes is nowhere near Messi. Not even close. Not even a little bit. Let's rewind the clock back here. So, with how the scoring started and played out in this game, Messi did have a goal that got called back. Hey, for offsides. Spoiler alert, it was for offsides. But then here comes Algeria. They score right away. Their goal. Oh, this was in the 8th minute. This one was a super, super quick goal. But again, just beats whoa, look at that. That looks so cool. Showing the Croatia fans in Dallas. That's kind of cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. Actually, before this segment, and before I talk about this, let's look at the chat. Chat, how we doing? Alright. Cool by me. You know, and I wish I could find, there's one shot too where it shows the aerial. Is it here? No. Messi's goal was freaking insane. Where is it? Oh, there's Mahomes. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so there's Mahomes. So it showed Mahomes, and then they're like, yeah. So it was funny. It was super funny because it's like, dude, they don't. Can we see it here? I'm thinking about like the top rows. We saw it a little bit in the Then there's Messi's second. We saw it in the USA game when they played better way. But like the idea, like I think it's so cool, and maybe an unpopular opinion because there are a lot of things that aren't allowed at NFL games now. One of the things I can think of is one of those stupid little blowhorns like that, or whatever, from like the 2010 games, which I think with how loud that was. I think like that's why that got banned super quick and wasn't allowed anywhere in an NFL stadium. Actually, can we talk about another thing too? Let me find out. Hold on. We got one thing. Oh my. Well, guys, I think I'm craving Taco Bell. Yeah, we're gonna have to find go away. Go away. Go away. Not trying to get claims on a Taco Bell ad. That'd be stupid. Pause. Oh shit. Can we see any flags here? Okay, we have a couple. But like just like where we've seen it in other games and stuff, like with USA against Paraguay. Like teams just have like flags like just draped everywhere, or they're like in the crowd waving the flags and stuff. And I like, my unpopular opinion about flags is like, you should be allowed to bring flags to like baseball games and football games and like basketball. Like looking at European, if you watch like, there's highlights and clips like European basketball, how they bring, now again, you can't bring those little flare things because like if there's no harm no foul, like with the fireworks, like even that would be kind of cool to watch and like see all the smoke and like, but it probably gets a little crazy. But yeah, if you have a flag that is like a team flag, or like let's say it's a Chiefs flag and then you have like an edit where you've like painted Mahomes on it or something, like that should be allowed in. Okay, that's just me though. That's just me. Or scarves too. I don't think scarves are allowed now that I'm thinking about it too, because like, or like the little mini flags. Because because I know they do the shirt. Maybe that's what's so unique about the Steelers with the terrible towel, is like, because I was thinking about the NBA and I was like, what other teams? And I'm thinking like, the Thunder last year, they had like those little clapper things, which whatever. And then the Spurs this year for the NBA Finals, like color coordinated their shirts, which like, again, I think is totally cool for the sports aspect and environment. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, the reason why, here's probably another reason why, because there's loads of reasons why they wouldn't let flags or horns or whatever into the stadium. I'm thinking is with how close the camera is. That's probably why, is if they have a flag, continue to keep in front of the camera, just like how distracting that could be or something. There's that. Is it halftime? Okay, they're coming back from halftime. So if you guys were wondering about our fourth and final game, scores 1-0. But that's not for the lack of good chances. You know what I'm wondering too? Sports product with hair gel. I wonder what the official hair gel of the World Cup is, because there are a lot of guys that have a comb over. And it's like, you're not telling me none of your gel gets in your eyes and you're like, oh, mother effer. You know? Muy suave. Muy suave. Okay, I cut back here to interrupt my thoughts about the Argentina game, because one thing that I wanted to talk about is Norway does this row, which maybe I can even find it. Norway row. It is so, oh, it is so sick. So there's yes, there it is. Like they hit the boom boom and they were doing it during the game, and it was so freaking cool. It was so cool. Now with the skull with the Vikings and their boom boom clap, it had to be, what big soccer event? There was a soccer event that happened in like 2016 or 17. There was something going on at that time because when the Vikings made their new stadium and debuted it in 2017, they started to do the skull chant, but I can't remember if like it started in the 2016 like summer games where like, oh look at that, Norway started, you know, a skull chant. Like somebody started a skull chant and then it bled into the NFL. And the point that I'm trying to make here, if you kind of can't already gather from the context clues, is this rowing thing, it's coming to the NFL. And if, I mean, I'm, you know, if I were to make a guess, an educated guess about the Vikings, they're probably going to be doing this rowing shit. Or, well, Chiefs already have their tomahawk. I'm trying to think of who else would, what other team could do a row like that. It's just sick. It's so sick. Okay, but anyways, back to this. Let's get to Messi's goal. Messi's goal was in the 17th minute. Oh, here it is, right here. Argentina. And like the announcers absolutely freaking freaked out. The other thing too is he gets tripped, and like watching that real time and watching him fall over because like he gets whoops and he fell, and then Messi just pulls up from, oh, so Mbappe's was like right. Oh no, okay, he's closer. Yeah, Mbappe was back here, but again, just it was so freaking cool. Oh yeah, Mbappe was way. Oh yeah. Okay. Like just the way that it just curved in, and where's the other angle? Everybody just freaking out like golazo. Yeah, we're gonna have to find a way to get. There we go. Up and over and curving in. 1-1. And then the second goal, if we want to fast forward. What the? Oh, yes. I forgot they did take Algeria's goal away. Okay. I totally forgot because now I'm looking at the score and realizing, oh, it's not 1-1, it's 1-0. Yes, they did take. You know, I don't think Messi's first goal should have been taken away, and I don't think Algeria's goal should have been taken away either. Because, like, if you just let it play out and we saw how the game went how the game went. Like, Messi took over this game and he had a hat trick. Like, that, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, that's what happened. Okay, and then Messi's goal was on a rebound. Oh, wait. Okay, there it is. So Messi's goal. You know what? And you can't blame the goalie and be like, dude, what the hell? He literally made a monster save on the other person, but Messi was there just to rebound it. Like Messi was over here chilling, and then somebody, I think it was McAllister. Somebody shot it, and then he was floating, and then he was sitting here, and then boom, cut inside, got the rebound, and then put it back in. Ah, look at that! Jordan just scored to make it 1-1. We're in the 50th minute of the game. Look at that. So then he scores. Everybody's happy, except for the juggernaut here, which I might make a meme too. I'm the juggernaut, bitch. So there's that. And then let's fast forward. Is this Messi's third goal? Where the hell's the ball? No. Messi's third goal is in like this. Right here. Messi's chilling up there. And then there was the final goal, like the keeper cleared it all the way down. Yes, there it is. 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 So the keeper cleared it all the way down, and Messi's in the corner, and then he pushes it back up, and then, like, I don't even know how to explain how it unfolded, but again, he's shooting from the circle, capping it off with a hat trick. It was so sick. And then, like, backpedaling, like, oh yeah, I'm the shit. And then right after he scored his third goal, he got subbed off. They're like, okay, you're too good, get out of here. Which I find it funny, and I think it's super funny, all the people that, I mean, I do kind of want to spoil it a little bit. I am kind of leaning towards that Spain-Argentina final, or England-Argentina final. I don't think we've ever seen in the history of the World Cup, like, back-to-back, not only back-to-back champions, but like back-to-back finals, where it's like, oh, look at that, these two, unless it was like maybe Brazil and West Germany forever ago, or Brazil and Uruguay, or France and Italy, and then France and Italy again. Because since, like, let's just go with 2010. Since 2010, we had the Netherlands and Spain, and then 2014, Argentina, Germany, 2018, Russia, Croatia, and then 22, Argentina, France. So my brain, it's like, could we get a France-Argentina again? Maybe. Not putting it out of, like, the realm of actually happening and the possibility of it happening. Not going to do that, but, like, it'd be super. And like, when you look at how things play out and fare out, you look at it, like, people, it's already projected. You look at, like, the standings and the bracket, like, there might be a quarterfinal matchup where winner gets to the semifinal with Portugal and Argentina playing. So anyways, it was a phenomenal game by him. And just to hear people talk about, I mean, like, this is how I felt about Tom Brady. This is how I felt about, kind of low-key how I feel about LeBron. Definitely Curry. Is like, so many people are penciling, Brazil's going to win the World Cup. Spain's going to win the World Cup. Portugal, I could see Portugal winning the World Cup. I did not see Morocco beating them. That did surprise me when Morocco ended up beating them. But, like, to me, it's funny that everybody's just kind of like, nah, Argentina, they're not going to. And then they go and do this, where it's like, Messi alone just beat the hell out of soccer today, and just showed why, like, there's all these words and names and adjectives that you could say about Messi in soccer, and it's like literally he proved why he's one of the best in the world. And, like, clearly his age doesn't matter, because that's the other funny thing, is a lot of people have been saying, oh, this is the last one, oh, this is the last one. And it's like, that's what they were also saying back in 2018, where they're like, yeah, this could be one of the last ones. And then in 22, they were like, okay, this is definitely the last one. And then he kept playing, and then he ended up winning the Copa America in 24 with Argentina. And it's like, well, this was definitely his last majors, this. And then it's like, here we are in 26, where he's in the World Cup again. And it's like, there's parts of me that think, like, the dude could play well into his 40s. But we're over here going, well, Father Time is undefeated, and, he's going to be on the plus side of 40 here any minute. And it's like, you think he gives a shit? Clearly he doesn't, because he showed tonight. Yeah, okay. You guys can keep picking France. You can keep picking Brazil. You can keep picking USA, which, again, we overreact and we go. I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to, what are we on? Is today Tuesday, Wednesday? Today's Tuesday. I'm looking forward to tomorrow and listening to sports shows talk about and have to admit, going, oh damn, maybe my prediction for England Brazil might be off a little bit, and it's like, yeah, because nope, let's just Argentina, they're not gonna do it again, because it's like it is one game. That is the only thing that I'll say where it's like, okay, let's not overact too much. It's one game. Like, if Argentina, like, let's say Argentina, Messi didn't score any goals, his stat sheet, maybe an assist today to, McAllister or Martinez or whatever. So, and like Argentina wins like 2-1 or something. It's like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. The fact that he had a hat trick, his first ever recorded hat trick, after all the people have been like doubting Argentina and him, it's like, okay. It's actually kind of, it's pretty amazing, all things considered. So, all right, there's that. That's kind of my thoughts on the game and how it went. It just, dude, they had the answer. They had the answer. And, again, me talking about like goals getting called back and all that nonsense. It could have been, let me see here. One goal taken back for Argentina, so 4-1 taken back for Algeria. So it could have been 4-1. Like, it still would have been a good game. Oh no. My posters are falling over. Alright. Yeah, let's go over here. Talk about that. And then let me pull up ESPN. On the World Cup Day of Stars, Messi towers. And it's like, well, yeah. Let me see. Are we doing any? Still 1-1 over here. Let's go around the sports world. How long have we been streaming, people? Oh, we've been streaming a little over an hour. Okay. Thank you all for being here. Oh, let me do the NFL. We already saw what was going on with the NFL. There could be something going on with the supplemental draft. Supplemental draft. I never heard this term ever. Okay, so again, people, that's my thoughts on. All right. I might mess with that later. Where's my? Oh, I don't. Fell. I'd show it. I have my other camera. My other camera fell. It's just dangling. It's just dangling up there. Here. Never mind. Whatever. Anything else? Nothing too much. If I were to make a prediction on where he's going, probably Arizona or Miami, or because I don't know the ins and outs. Like, nobody's actually talked about what it entails and like how it's going to go. Oh, look at this. The Knicks just won the NBA championship, but what are we talking about? We're talking about Giannis and LeBron and where they can get traded. Whatever. All NBA playoff awards. Which 10 stars made our second teams? Well, if you ask me, let's pull up the playoff bracket. Because I did a reaction to the top 50. ESPN dropped like a top 50. Top 50 players heading into the bracket. And I believe the number one player that they said was Wembanyama. No. Did they say Wemby? They said Wemby or SGA, and it's like, oh my gosh. Because you take SGA off the Thunder, they're fine. Like, look how far they got without Williams. You know what I mean? There's parts of me that think they could have gotten just as far without SGA. You think the Lakers are beating the Thunder without SGA? maybe a full healthy Lakers squad, yes, but like the Lakers were injured, the Thunder were missing Williams, so it's like no. But my thoughts on the top 10, you got to go Jokic, you got to go Ant-Man, you got to go Wemby, you got to go Luka. You got to go Luka, because there's parts of me that think a healthy Luka. Do we remember what Luka was doing to the Thunder back in 2024? So there's parts of me where it's like, oh, okay. His impact definitely felt with the Lakers. You got to go Cunningham. You got to go Mitchell. You got to go Jalen Brunson. You got to go Tatum or Brown with the Celtics, and then you got to go Embiid. And so then out of like all 8 of those players, the three most important ones are Jaylen Brown, Wemby, and Jokic. Because without Jokic, the Nuggets aren't doing anything. Without Wemby, the Spurs damn sure aren't going as far as they went. So like, yeah, it's funny to see this. Sorry, a little random off topic. Our first All NBA team, blah blah blah, and it's like, yeah, you're looking at them right here. Stephen A. proclaims the Knicks as America's. Bro, it's the Cowboys. Hello? Where have you been? It's the Cowboys. I'm not messing. NHL stuff going on. Carolina's Jock and Nerd Alliance created the perfect harmony. Way too early power rankings. I took a little dabble. I looked at this. I thought it was ridiculous. You know, to have Carolina at 1, Colorado at 2. Considering Colorado just got swept. Dallas at 3. Dallas didn't even make past the first round. Montreal should be down. Buffalo should be up. Dallas should be down. Colorado should be down. Vegas should be 2. Honestly, 2 or 3. Tampa should be down. Minnesota should be up. Florida should be... I'd keep... this is tough. I don't know where I'd put Florida. Because Florida had a bad year. Boston should be up. Pittsburgh should be up. Ottawa should be down. Edmonton should be down. Philadelphia should be higher. Anaheim should be higher. Utah higher. Washington down. Detroit down. New York way down. Columbus way down. Kings, I'm fine with the Kings right here. They got a couple reloading that they got to do. Jersey's fine right there. Sharks maybe up a little bit. Toronto down. Winnipeg's fine. Nashville, Blues, Kraken down. The Rangers and the Canucks should be buddy down here at the 32 spot. Chicago here, it makes sense. Just because the Rangers ain't doing jack squat. What's happened? Why is the goalie sprawled out like a... Oh my... Okay. Again with the flopping. There's a flopping epidemic in soccer. I want to get a compilation of flops together. But yeah, I'd have Philadelphia up a little higher. Philadelphia also got Wool from Toronto and also Coach Torts. This is kind of my first time talking about it on the channel. Vegas and Torts decided to mutually part ways after the season, and he will not be back. So... Really? Is that how loud it is? I'm teasing. It's only loud through the speaker because, reasons. Hold on. Let me do something real quick. Okay, now, next time it decides to be a putz, I can whack it in the face. I kind of don't get why they'd move on from him, considering with how far they got this year. All things considered, lack of a better term, like he was kind of an interim head coach, but with how the remainder of the season went, like Vegas went on a little bit of a run, and so why Vegas didn't bring him back to me kind of probably shows that they probably had somebody in mind to go get. Who? I have no clue, because like you look at Edmonton and what's going on with their head coach, a lot of people are going, really? really, you want to bring this guy in? Are you trying to have everybody request a trade? So, whatever direction Vegas goes, they're going to make the right decision because, I mean, they've been to 3 Stanley Cups in the last 9 years. They could have, if their offense didn't just roll over after Game 3, Vegas could have won the cup. There's parts of me that just think Vegas they ran out of gas at the very end. They just didn't have the juice. They didn't have the firepower anymore. Their offense in the final 2 games only scored 1 goal, I think, because they got shut out in Game 6 and then they lost Game 5. What did they lose Game 5 by? 4-2. They lost. So in the final 2 games, they only scored 2 goals. Versus Game 4, 3, 2, and 1, they scored 5, 3, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 goals in the first 4 games, but then 2 in the final 2. Yeah. I think they ran out a little bit of juice at the very end. But anyways, that's my thoughts on that. I think Vegas is going to make the right choice on whoever they get at goal. No, not goal. Head coach. And they're going to be back in the mix, and they're going to be competing for a Stanley Cup again. We know this. So, because I think the West. Excuse me. I will stand by what the feeling I kind of had with the bracket and going into the postseason. I did say, hey, look, I think the West is going to win the Stanley Cup, just with how loaded the West was with Dallas, Colorado, Vegas, Minnesota. I look at the West and like if we want to, like, let's look at the standings. Oh, Austria just scored again. Let's see if it was a header. I was kind of paying attention, but not really because I'm talking to you guys. Are they going to challenge it? They're going to challenge it? Oh, hey. No, actually, they might be onto something. This looked like it hit somebody's forearm. So we have a punch away by the goalie. And then, oh, there's so many bodies. There's so many. And then a little quick one-timer. Oh, that might have hit his arm. And hold on, this angle is going to show it all. Oh, there are so many people. There are so many people in the way. It looked like it rolled up off of his and hit right here. This is bullshit. Right after it got tied 1-1. This is for the game. They're going to check for the goal. This is for the game, for lack of a better term. And then after they do this final check, which in fact, actually, let me show you if y'all want to see what we're dealing with here. Okay, hold on. Don't glitch out too much. Okay. Look, it frickin' fell. Like, what the hell are you doing over there? I decided to just... I'm good. I don't want to hang on to the wall anymore. It is windy, though. There's like there's a wind tunnel in my room right now. Because I get frickin'... When I'm streaming and all the stuff going on all at once, like the TV's on, the light's on... Because, if we turn off the lights, this is how dark the stream is. This looks terrible. My face looks washed out. Which, actually, in fact... If we... Oh, yeah, but I'm not going to hold my arm like this for the whole way. Oh, wait. Let me see. Oh, he's going to the official... He's going all the way over to the box. He's going to make sure this is called... Wait, where's the... Hold on. I'm trying to see if I could block the... No. Oh! Okay. We would have to... This looks fine. Oh, no, not anymore. Because the... Come on. Freaking... Let's go. Come on. Oh. Anyways, it's just the contrast and the lighting and stuff. It looks super bad. And then it looks really yellow. Oh, let me fix that. How are we doing? Hello? Come on, fix. There we go. Now it looks... There we go. That looks better. That looks... Sorry, I'm messing with my lighting. Contrary to popular belief, people, I don't have a professional setup here. Okay, we are a professional program, but I don't have a professional setup. This is not $1 million. Oh, vamos. No goal, handball. Right, we play on. Look at that. Good challenge by Jordan there. No, even though this is $1 million program, we don't have $1 million equipment. Okay, we don't have a floodlight, we don't have a backlight, we don't have a main light, we don't have 3 points of light. We only have the one light. So looking at the West, let's look at the West now and go over hockey, because hockey is hockey. Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota, Winnipeg. I think Winnipeg could bounce back. Chicago, I think, is too soon. Chicago's way too soon. Same with the Sharks. Like, they're young, they're good, they will be good in the next 3-4 years. But, like, hockey teams don't, from what I've noticed versus football teams and basketball teams, hockey teams don't get ahead of schedule. They don't. They kind of just stay. And I could see Chicago being good in 3-4 years. I could see a Chicago versus San Jose, or a Chicago versus Anaheim in like 3 years, 4 years, a Western Conference final between those two teams in like 4 or 5 years. If the rosters kind of stay the same, but they won't. There would be roster turnover. Vegas, and like you look at the Pacific was so weak this year. So weak. People, I mean, Vegas, and it's why they ended up getting a new goalkeeper, because they lost 8 in a row. And then after the Olympic Games, they're like, yo, we gotta make a change here. We gotta do something different. So that's why they fired Coach Cassidy. But Vegas would lose games, and they would still stay on top of the Pacific, because that's how bad Edmonton and the Kings and the Sharks and everybody else was this year. The other team that made a push and were actually doing really good before and after the Winter Games were the Ducks. Like, the Ducks would be Edmonton, the Ducks also beat Colorado, I believe. And that's why, like, seeing the Ducks beat the Oilers didn't shock me. Because the Ducks, you go look, they're only 2 wins, 4 points behind taking the lead. Like, that's how close the Pacific was. And so with the new coach, because again, this is a long rant to go and kind of talk about Vegas's new Vegas probably had a plan to go get a new coach. With how the series ended and internal arguments. Now, I'm going to put that out of question too. There were probably internal arguments of like, oh, you feel that way? Oh, goodbye. That's probably why Vegas didn't bring him back. Because the other thing too that I kind of think is, well, what would the deal have looked like? Would you have re-signed him for a 5-year deal, 6-year deal? How many millions? Like, I don't know. But I think Vegas is going to be fine, because you look 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8. Like, not saying the West is still theirs, but like, all Vegas needs to worry about and who they compete with is Minnesota, Dallas, and Colorado. They don't need to worry about the Oilers unless the Oilers get defense and goaltending. and maybe a little bit of help on the offensive side or the middle of the ice with Draisaitl and McDavid, improving the lines. I'd worry about Anaheim a little bit if Anaheim beefed up the goaltending as well. But other than that, the Kings, Sharks, no. None of these teams are going to win the Pacific. So, all right, let's look at now. Let's talk about college baseball, and then we'll boogie on out of here, shall we? So today, let's talk about college baseball. So Georgia won 2-0. This was a good pitching. There was a lot of pitching. Good outing by the pitchers today. So Georgia pitched a shutout against Texas. I was very wrong on my predictions for this. I was leaning towards Texas. I was rolling with the horns. I was, hook 'em. I wasn't trying to look at, the rankings of, let me favor the three. No, they showed up. Now, oh my gosh, that 6th inning. Oh, Austria just scored. That 6th inning explosion was something. That's what put this game away ultimately. I know there were... Whoa, they just started fighting. Oh my gosh, they just started fighting. What's going on here? Please show a replay. Oh, here comes the ref with the yellow card. He's going to give him one of these. He's going to give him one of... He's like, oh yeah, you? Yeah, you right there. Uh-huh. Oh, he's doing the pointing. He's doing... Penal! Oh, it was another header. So where's the... Oh, own goal. It was an own goal. It hit off the back of the neck. It hit off the back of the net. It went off two Jordan players. Now, where's the... Oh, my gosh. It's not going to show the scuffle. I don't think it would. Where's my remote? Oh, it's back there. Because we had a little bit of a scuffle. I don't mind a little bit of a scuffle. I don't mind. Okay. Okay. If we're gonna be technical, definitely there's been some jawing all game, but Austria started it. Definitely, because after the goal, they all come together, they all hug each other, and then one of them breaks away, Sabitzer, and then he goes right up to the goaltender, and he's talking his smack to the goaltender, and then one of the Jordan players kind of like gives him a little elbow from behind. So like both of them instigated, because we have the instigator going up and talking, then we have the instigator like doing a little like one of the weakest elbow shoves ever too, because it's like a shoulder check. But like when you're widened all the way back to give someone a shoulder check behind them, like what are we doing? So the goaltender, you can see his eyes get bigger, then they start to yap a little bit, and then we have Bonzo comes in and shoves number 23, and then the cameras cut away. Then the cameras cut away quickly, because it's like, oh shit, we can't show fighting. So anyways, we play on. It's 2-1. It's 2-1. You know what? I have this same feeling about baseball. I have the same feeling about basketball. I have the same feeling about football. If you want to be a tough guy sport, let them fight. Let them seriously start to throw a little bit of fisticuffs, and then guess what? The team will handle it, and then it will just handle itself. Look at hockey. That's all I have to say about that. All right, so the Mountaineers, they blanked 12-0. I believe Troy, to this point, is now eliminated. Let's go look at our updated college baseball bracket. College Baseball World Series bracket. Why am I singing? I I should not be singing. Let's go. Mr. Krabs, I have an idea. Yellow? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Texas is gone. Oh! No! No, my prediction. Oh no. I had No! I had Texas against North Carolina in the final. Because I had what? No, I had West Virginia, North Carolina, and then Troy, Ole Miss, Troy, and then West Virginia against Troy again. Oh my gosh, they beat them 7-5, and then they beat them 12-0. So then I had West Virginia against Troy, and then I had West Virginia winning. And then out of North Carolina and West Virginia, I still had North Carolina. I was about to say a different North. Just because we're talking super fast, and we're talking about different countries. And okay, but I was still leaning towards the Tar Heels. And then I had Oklahoma. I had Texas. So then I had Texas, Oklahoma. I had a little Red River on the diamond. And then I had Texas moving on here. Oklahoma coming down here to play Georgia. And then I had Georgia moving on. And then I have Georgia, Texas. I had Texas. So now the fact that we're sitting here with Oklahoma, Georgia, and seeing that Georgia won today 2-0 with good pitching, good hitting. Oh, but Oklahoma's beat them. Are we going to see Oklahoma? I did make a little mention of an old-fashioned Big 12 matchup with West Virginia, Oklahoma in swinging bats. So, anyways. So we'll see. We'll see. North Carolina, West Virginia, Oklahoma. So winner goes. Winner goes because it looks Georgia's lost one. And then Oklahoma hasn't lost. Oh, so if Oklahoma wins, they're in. But if Oklahoma loses, yeah, okay. Versus West Virginia's already lost. North Carolina won. North Carolina. So North Carolina needs to lose twice. Oklahoma needs to lose twice. Okay, so we could be seeing an OU North Carolina baseball matchup. Maybe. I don't know. Or to that point, win or lose, you already have a loss under your belt. You stayed undefeated, or you went through the losers bracket. Would that final game just be the final game? I don't know. I think that's all for sports people. Let's come back to the World Cup, and let's have the World Cup be a fun little background while we chit chat. But guys, that's my thoughts on all the action that we saw today. This was a fun, good day for soccer. Good day, great day for soccer. I'm gonna end the stream here, but I thank you guys for watching and hanging out. Let me actually look at the chat one more time. Let's see. Once again, guys, if you have any cool sports predictions that you have for me, be sure to let me know. Let's go through one more time. I saw in the polls, a lot of us were voting for Messi on who had the best day, and I agree. The dude had a hat trick. There's no... I think if you want to have a debate, it's Messi or Ronaldo. I can see that, but I think when you get past the goals and all that, at some point, the biggest stat and the biggest outlier has to go to World Cups. It does. And like the fact that he has, after today, because this is kind of what's funny, because Mbappe was there and had more goals than him, because he had 2 today, which he had one. No, he didn't have one taken off the board. That VAR never was called, but which I think was still a good call. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my train of thought. What is it? What am I thinking of? Oh my gosh, guys. World Cup wins is important, and I think, and this is just me, this is my own opinion, but again, it's kind of been glossed aside. Doesn't Pele have 3, technically? And so, like, when you want to talk about Brazil, best of all time, it is Pele. And when you want to go, like, World Cups for Argentina, doesn't Maradona have 2? And so, I mean, if Messi ties him with 2, or even hell, gets a 3rd one, which, again, if Argentina won it in 22, they win it in 26, and then they win it in 2030, and they three-peat, that is never happening again. Ever. Like, that would probably have to be, I would say the hardest three-peats of all time would probably be gold medals, but then World Cup's probably number 1, and then Stanley Cup with, Stanley Cup number 3. Because I mean, we saw how easy it was for the Chiefs to get back to the Super Bowl after going back to back. So I would, and you can't, I think basketball three-peats are pretty easy. Baseball three-peats are probably pretty hard, but not as hard as hockey. Hockey is one of the most difficult sports. And, like, considering, all the sports that I've watched, like, yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, we'll end the stream here, guys. I thank y'all for hanging out, though. Thanks for all the subs, too. Thanks for all the subs and all the likes lately. Go check out my most recent, latest videos as well, where I gave my thoughts on the games. It was a great slate. And, like, we're ending with another good game as well here tonight in Levi Stadium, home of the San Francisco 49ers. But, yeah, this game could not have happened on the East Coast. I mean, it's 11 o'clock. It would be it's 2 a.m. in New York. Wow. So, anyways, guys, thank you all for hanging out with me. I'll catch you in the next one.